Okay, here's one of the geometric sequence problems. A ball is dropped from 10 feet in the air, right? It bounces and rebounds to a height 75% of its previous height, right? So initially, it's going to start 10 feet above the ground, right? So that's the initial distance above the ground is at 10 feet. After the first bounce, right, it's going to be 75% of that previous height. Right? So the previous height after the first bounce is now going to be 10. Because we started at 10, it bounces, and then we're going to find out how high it gets on that first bounce. So we take the previous height, which is 10 feet, multiply it by 75%, which is in decimal form, 0.75. And then we do that calculation, 10 times 0.75, and we end up with getting 7.5 feet. Right? So after the first bounce, the maximum height is going to be 7.5 feet. Now we get to the second bounce. So it's already bounced once, and it reached a maximum height of 7.5 feet. Now for the second bounce, the maximum height was 7.5 feet on the first bounce. So then it's going to be 7.5 times 75% again, right? Because it's 75% of the previous height. So we multiply those two together, 7.5 times 0.75, and we get approximately, I'll round, we'll get 5.6 feet. Right? So then if you want to find after the third bounce, you would take that 5.6, multiply it by 0.75. And if you had to find a fourth bounce, and so forth, you can go, keep multiplying the one before by 0.75.